Greetings everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am feeling much better now and I'm ready to continue the journey. In this photo you're looking at, you'll see a rainbow. I was talking to a dear sister of mine, and through the corner of my eye, I saw this when her camera moved, and I asked her to back it up because I was like thinking I saw, but I was not sure I saw. And that just told me that my sister was on her path to greatness, and regardless of the struggles she will face before she gets there, it is sure, it is a promise. Okay, my sister? So continue to do the do and just stay firm. Yes. Now, in today's video, I'm going to say some names, but the first thing I'm going to say is the person name I'm going to call does not know me, and I don't know him. But it doesn't change anything. That when I see things and I see things that are not right, I have to speak on it. And although I have a YouTube platform, the aim is not to just generate funds, though funds is important. The aim is just to bring the message, to get us to contemplate, to really search ourselves. Okay? I have a message within a message for Colaz TV. All right. I recently did a video shouting him out, blessing him up, and appreciating the work that he is doing. And I see a subscriber of mine and a friend of mine as well that sent a video to me. And wow, all I got to say is wow. Now, in this video, there's a gentleman talking, a disgruntled gentleman, talking about, having planned some link up with Colaz TV for an adventure. And the gentleman went in and shared his story. And the first thing I have to say, even at the beginning when I'm listening to him, I'm saying, here we go. A war wrong with Black people. For those of you who want to hear more of the patois, what wrong with Black people is the question I have to ask. It is sickening. And thing is not just on a physical level or mental. It is spiritual. And here's why I say this. As soon as we see one of our own elevating, it's almost like a demonic thing that happens. Now, this gentleman says that he reached out, he's a big supporter of Colaz TV, and he reached out to share his plans to, go on adventure because his 60-year-old, I don't know if his mother or whatever, family member wanted to spend a day with Colaz TV on one of his adventures. And that he said he was a regular supporter and he was commenting all the time and whatever. As the man tells his story about how he had plans to link up with Colaz and how at a certain interval he was no longer able to speak to him. First and foremost, I'm saying to myself, this man is not obligated to none of you all, none of you. Is not obligated to you because you watch his channel or because you're supporting. People tend to think that once they come to offer you support, they own you. You don't own the man. You do not own him. And based on the video that I watched, it was very clear that the man just didn't want to have nothing to do with you. And the man had good reason. The fact that he made a video showed that the man had good reason. So his intuition not to go forward or continue in that journey with you, he was right. Colaz, you already know this. You're from Jamaica. And I don't think you've left except when you go on your vacation. You kind of understand our people. And you have to be very careful. I noticed one time, Colaz, you were on one of your adventure and an individual, somebody, in a powerful position came and was clearly sending you subliminal messages. Listen, people, I feel honored to have this conversation because that's what I'm about. I'm about encouraging people, and I'm about just pointing out something to them if they never noticed it before. And so we're talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and if I seem like I'm digressing, just bear with me. The gentleman that went to Colaz adventure that day was really trying to use him to get people to do something for him. You see, this is what happens with our people. As soon as we dig deep to find our purpose, and we are obedient and we walk towards it, all of a sudden, every demon from the pit of hell will come draw close to you. Because listen, where there's treasure, robbers have to come. Where there is spirit, demons have to draw themselves forward. And so I see it from the day I saw that man come there. And the man was, I don't want to say it because I don't want to make it too obvious, but the man said some things to Colaz TV, and I'm like, OMG. This is where the trouble begins, because the man was saying, I watch you all the time, but I'm not subscribed. What was the point of saying that to Colaz TV? So I was like, whoa. So you see, he's growing. Yeah, man, the treasure is showing. The right mango, you can see the mango on the tree turning. And so you're going to have to see people, or you're going to find people starting to throw stones up in that mango tree. And the Brinks is passing, and Colaz TV look like he's the one driving the Brinks. So you know security have to be on that. So the man says that he tried repeatedly to connect to Colaz, and he wasn't hearing from him, and how he left from the United States and went to Jamaica to hook up. And even after he called over 100 times, and all the different times when he tried to reach out and Colaz did not respond, he's demanding. So as I was listening, I'm saying, okay, well, Colaz Smith has a reason not to want to connect with you, because it sounds like you're a user. It sounds like you want the man to do an adventure with you because you have an ulterior motive. You're not just there to support him. You are a YouTuber. You are there trying to get content for yourself. Maybe if you came forward and said, can we do a collab? Maybe it would be a different story, instead of under the disguise that you want an adventure. And then I'm saying there must be something that occurred in the past that made Colaz say, listen, me not make nobody use me. And then he said, there's 25 people in his group. He was going to purchase all the goods, and then he was going to put him at 15,000. Excuse me? You really expect this man to do an adventure where he cooks for 25 people, and that's less than $1,000 Jamaican? You must be saying 15,000 US. You can't mean 15,000 Jamaican. We cannot let people use us in the 2024. We have to be smart. And then he goes through his video and he's doing a spiel about how you must be careful how you're doing business and this. You're trying to use the man, and the man get wind of that. And then he talks about how he was trying to profile Colaz TV, and he was, he made a video and he tagged it to all the different media outlets. And Colaz didn't ask you to do that. You're not doing that for Colaz, you're doing that for yourself. But at the same time, somebody who's smart can say, look how this man loading up my thing. Because as much as you are doing YouTube, it doesn't mean that you necessarily want certain types of attention, Not everybody wants to be all up in the media in a controlled sort of way. Colaz really doesn't need anybody to highlight him, because he's doing it himself. That's why we know him. That's why we see him on social media. And we see he's growing. But whenever people start growing in our community, you best believe that people are going to come after them. My sister Empress Yuda has a video up on her channel that's talking about a woman who talk about going through so many difficult things in her life to attain the things that she have. And as she's driving her BMW, people are saying that she's doing this, that, and the other to achieve it. And, I'm sorry, and I can understand the lady feeling overwhelmed, that this is happening to her. But if it was me driving my BMW and the people says that I was sucking popsicle to get it, I would paste a popsicle. I would find one of those shops that sell those popsicles, and I would pop one on the hood of my car and drive it around town. Listen, people, when you're elevating and people who are nowhere close to your levels of elevation start saying crap to you, you need to ignore them, or you need to just humor them. Don't let them bring you down. That's the point, because that is the slave mentality. That's the situation with those who don't want to escape, and them attacking those who want to be free. When you use your God-given time and your own energy to move towards the things that you desire, and as you receive success, and success does not come overnight, it is hard work, and there are times when you question it to say, why am I even doing this? And when you're going through those hard times, you don't see none of these people. I tell you all the time on my channel, people want to associate with not you, the possibility of who you can become. So I'm going to say to Colaz Smith TV before this video is finished, stay on the same path. Continue to use your insight and your wisdom. Continue to know when people really care for you, and when people are really supporting you. And obviously you know the difference, because you chose not to go with somebody who wanted to use you, not just for views, but wanted to use you. Because this individual is bragging about saying that some resort, you want to go to the resort, and those resorts are not free. You go to support those individuals with putting your big money in those places. But when it comes to your brethren, you want to go get off. Like, you're not even saying, okay, estimate how much is the cost of the food, and giving the money. And if there is any leftover, he could use it for another venture to say, well, yeah, I'm really supporting this person because we don't really need all this food. Or, okay, we're going down, let's send a barrel or two. And then we cook and have a good time, and whatever is left, he can use it for another adventure. That's how you help people. Stop talking about helping people when you're just trying to help yourself. It is very scary to say this, but we work hard to, elevate ourselves to get to the top of the pyramid. And when you have to be fearful that once you get there, you have to worry about miscreants at the bottom. And I'm sorry to say, call people that name, but it is clear if you look at all of these platforms, all the Jamaican people that are doing well, or the African people that are doing well, you always can depend on one of your own to rip you down. And it's horrible. Big up yourself, Colaz Smith TV. Continue on your path. Blessings to you and your beautiful family. And listen, expect more of these kinds of video, because because if they don't come out, you don't know how great you are. Stay blessed, everyone.